Josh? Yeah.
The market's about to open.
It opens up at 8:30. That's exactly right.
1 minute.
Travis, come over here and join me. Come and join me. Hey, if you're on YouTube, do me a favor. I wish y'all could watch me over on YouTube. Can you share YouTubes like you can Facebook? You can't. What can you do over there? Like and comment. If you're on the YouTube, let me know. You're over there on the YouTube. Amanda, hello. Cameron, good morning.
Make sure you tell them to subscribe on YouTube.
Hey, if you're on the YouTube, make sure per Benny the Kid, Josh Harrell, he said, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Remy, Shannon, Fair, Cameron, thank y'all for getting on here. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I don't even, tomorrow I got to get up and I'm driving the family to Florida.
Are you driving?
Driving, you know why? David Speck, good morning, friend.
Flight got canceled?
No.
You ain't getting on the plane.
Nope, that's not it either. I'm driving because I'm taking our dog.
Oh, yeah.
Taking Jack. Do you know my dog's name?
Jack.
How do you spell it?
J-A-X.
J-A-X. Good morning, Julia Van Grafton. Thank you. Hey, if you're on here, do me a favor. Share the stream. Share it, comment, like, give me some love. I'm going to talk about something today. This is only going to, what I'm talking about today, when I get to it, will only appeal to the people that want more out of their life. If you don't want more, this message is not for you. So if you don't want more, just click off this and go somewhere else. So if you're on here, I assume you want more. 60 seconds of gratitude. Benny, will you hit the air? Hit us down to 68. Just turn right around there and go down to 68. 60 seconds of gratitude. I'm very, very thankful. Tomorrow, we're loading up the family and we're going to the beach. I go to this area over and like 4 or 5 times a year. Like, that's how often I go down there. Do you know why I go down there so much, Josh?
Because one day you're going to live there.
One day I could really see myself down there 2 to 3 months out of the year. I don't think I'd want to be gone any more than that. Cousin Noah, hey, you come on in here and you get the tickets, buddy. Hope you have a good time tonight. And, hey, I also want to say this. Proud of Cameron and Noah, man. They've been getting after it. Did y'all have a good call day yesterday?
Yeah.
Did you really? They've been in here banging out calls. Josh, how's your calls been?
They weren't good yesterday.
How were they?
Shitty.
What was the number? Don't make me go look. How were your calls yesterday? Huh? Do you hit 50 all the time? How often do you hit 50?
90%.
90% underestimate what it takes to get what they want. Van, can you shut your door?
Yes.
And it looks like the video has ended again. Is it still going?
It's still going on mine.
Okay.
Let's
It's still live. So look, do you have a target? We come in and we have daily targets. I've got a target of the life that I want to live. I don't really compartmentalize my life. It's just my life, like work. Like some people, they go home, they go home and they're like, I'm at home. I'm not working. Do you ever think like that? See, I don't like I'm here at work, but I'm still living my life. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Does it to you? So I think there's a lot of people out there that maybe they have a target that they want in their life, and it does not have to be the same. Like my target and your target may be completely different. Your target may be more about that fight on July the 2nd. I don't know. Like there's probably things. There's probably things that are more important to you right now, but that does not mean they're going to be more important to you in 2 months or in 2 weeks. You just the things change. But I've got these dominant factors that are extremely important to me. These are always fundamental beliefs that I want. And one of the things that I've wanted, Josh, let's just see, Shannon Wheeler, my life is more like a circle. Tell us more about that. What do you think Van or Josh, you guys have been around me the longest, is there one thing that I don't talk about a lot, but there's one thing that's very important to me? I talk about the Florida place a lot. I do.
Family.
I don't talk about it, but that's a given. That's like you're given. You got to, because without your family, you're not stable. 1,000 deals is now you're more in the ballpark of one of the dominant focuses that I've had. That's some of the goals I write down every single day. But there's one thing that I want really, really bad.
$1 million income.
Those are things I write down. But there's one thing that I really, really want that I'm pursuing. It's how I'm going to consider my excellence.
Building a bigger team.
Nope. Damn, I thought somebody would be able to guess this. You said a bigger team.
Give the audience
Well, see if anybody house in Florida, per Lorima. That's something that I want, but a lot of these things y'all are naming are going to be a result of what I'm pursuing. There's this thing I'm pursuing, man. I've been talking about
The
this.
most well-known realtor.
That's close. That's close. You're getting closer.
The biggest brand.
You're close, but there's something that I have said I wanted this team to accomplish. And you
1,000 deals in a year.
and you two guys should know this. You and Van should know this. What have I been on a mission to accomplish?
To build the biggest real estate brand in the world.
Yeah, but I have been on a mission to build the #1 producing team in Rutherford County.
Oh, brother.
How many times have y'all heard that?
I heard it.
Van, have you ever heard me say that?
Yeah.
Why didn't you guess it? Nobody has said that. Nobody has specifically said, I have been on a mission to be the #1. Did you hear it?
I have heard it before.
Did you hear it in this little...
I didn't hear it in this.
Get more people. See, get more people, says Brittany. All these are a part of what I need to get us there. But I made this decision I think it was April 13th, 2017. I paid 5 G's to go meet Uncle G, Grant Cardone. Sit down in there with him. And we were talking, and I didn't even really know exactly what I wanted to know from him. I went in there, and I really, to be honest, we're sitting out in the lobby, and they come and they're like, come on back. And it's me and Brittany. I'm like, I got this. And he's like, no, you need to bring her. I'm like, no, it's just me and you, man. He's like, well, you really need to bring her. And I was so interested in bonding with my hero, my superhero, that I didn't really have information that I wanted to get. Didn't even know. I just wanted to be in the dude's presence. Well, we were talking, and of course, I probably wasn't prepared. And he finally just said this: here's what you need to do. If you're going to live in Tennessee, he told me to get out of Tennessee. He said, if you're going to live there and you're going to stay doing what you're doing, become #1 in your market. That's when I made the decision. I want to become #1 in this market. Back then, how many years ago is that, Josh?
10.
5 years ago. 5 years ago, we were probably closing in on 100. I was probably in the top 6, 7, somewhere in there. He's like, hey, let's just make this simple. Go to #1 in your market. I made the decision that moment. That's what I'm going to do. When I made that decision, I had no idea of what it would take to get there. I had no idea of what I would have to commit to. I had no idea of what I'd have to persevere through. I had no idea how hard it would be with people. I had no idea of what these dreams, I had no idea of the action. I just had no clue. Yes?
Do you remember what your expenses were at that time?
Well, Van pulled them out for 2018, and I think in 2018 they were around $200,000 a year. Was that what it was, Van? 200. I think it's getting close to $60,000 a month now. I had no idea that. That's a good point, Josh. I had no idea the sacrifice that I would have to put into this, because there was years where I could have made a lot more money without the team. I was putting all the infrastructure in. I was putting everything needed to grow the team, but I sacrificed for a few years. I had no idea how hard is this going to be. And what I'm proud of, and I don't like to put this out here and really brag about it, but right now we are the #1 producing team. I got a billboard up that says that. I don't know if anybody's seen this over now.
Yeah.
You haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
I put it in the hood where I came from.
Did you really?
Yeah, it's over in the hood, man. Look at how. Have you seen it, Van? Somebody ought to ride by and take a picture of it. It's like right there when you're going, like we're Mercury now. It's
It turns into.
it's
Down towards what is that? Patterson Park.
yes, it's right across the street. That's where I grew up. I put the billboard right over there. Number one producer in Rutherford County.
Hell,
What's that? 6th Ward.
yeah, 6th Ward. Yeah.
Is it okay? Well, that's home to me. You know, that's GTT's ward. That's we went to school there. I had all my friends there. I mean, that was just I'm an Eagle Street kid. It meant a lot to me. And she said, "Well, MLK Boulevard. That's what. Hey, it's right there on MLK Boulevard. It's right there." But today, and actually there's some like George Weeks is a phenomenal entrepreneur, a phenomenal operator. You know, and he is growing. It's hard to compete with him. But whenever I look in this data, I mean, right now, we're number one. I'll show y'all if you don't believe me. But when I made the decision to do this, I did not know about the sacrifice. I just said, I'm going to do it. You've said you're going to do something. You've said you're going to do something. You've said you're going to do something. How hard is it to do these big things that you want to do? It takes a lot more action. It takes a lot more courage than I ever thought. Like if you were to show me in 2018 what our expenses would be today, I would have said there's just no way. There is no way. So like next month, we're really going to have a pretty good month. But me and Van were looking at it like, well, this sucks. I mean, we're going to sell 617 houses next month. Is that what it is, Van? Yeah. Maybe a little bit of a loss. It doesn't pay for any of my personal bills. But whenever I made this decision, I had no instincts, no awareness. I made this decision. If the dream is big enough, if it's worth pursuing, little dreams aren't worth pursuing. Big dreams are. If it's worth pursuing, if it's big enough, it will be a lot harder than you think. How are you going to get that yacht? You wanted to get a house this year, but what did you end up with? A truck. Is that what you wanted? Would it have been possible to get a house this year?
No.
It would have been.
It would have been.
There's always a way,
Yeah.
but you settled. You settled short. This needs